So yeah, I'm Phil Watson with the Too Much to Type podcast. Welcome. I'm here with one of my favorite people, my big bro, James J. Watson.
That's me.
Welcome to the studio.
I appreciate it.
What do you think, bro?
It's actually really nice.
Think so?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Man,
This is really nice.
yeah. The feature here, how's that for you? What is it doing for you?
That's really doing a lot for me.
Wow.
I've been thinking about that since I came in the room. I said I'm gonna do that at some point, somewhere.
Yeah.
Whose idea?
Actually, my boy Mike set
Hogger?
up the whole thing. Hogger.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like on every episode, because it's so nice, the guests are going like, oh, who did this?
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
it's
like
very
he's gonna have to
creative.
start a business at some
Yeah.
point.
I didn't think Mike was that intelligent, but
You said he didn't think he was intelligent enough.
that intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's some great
Yeah, it's,
some great art there.
I'm not going to say what I usually say to him, but if he ever hears this, he's going to create that thought.
Yeah, you know we love Mike. We just messing with him. But
Well, yeah, great job, man. Like,
That's nice.
I really do. Thank you.
I really have to step my game up. So
Yeah, bro.
yeah, this is nice.
So
It's
thank you
nice.
for coming, man, on
Yeah.
this day.
On this special day,
Yeah, thank you.
this day your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
37,
Yep.
which means you're 41.
I'll be 41 this year.
Old as crap. Old as dirt.
Yeah.
No, I went to get my nails and toes done today. And the little Korean lady was doing my feet. And she said, "How old are you?" I said, I'm 37. She said, "Oh, baby. You're a baby." It made me feel good.
Yeah.
Although she was lying.
Well,
She said she thought I was 21. I
that's
love,
nice.
like, I eat that stuff up.
yeah, me too. All the time.
Oh, yeah, you had your little nail lady run in.
Oh, man. You want me it was lovely. I got booked.
This is a good segue, but we're not going to segue just yet.
I got booked by the Asian lady.
Wait, what happened with your nail lady?
Well, I mean,
Your nail tech.
yeah, I was I went in there with Keisha, my sister Keisha from the
Yeah.
military. We went there together. And as she was she was doing my feet and everything, she's like, "Oh, your wife?" I was like no, I was like, "Oh, that's my sister." Like, nah.
Yeah.
So, she's testing the waters, and I hear her talking to the lady next to her, in their native tongue. I don't want to be disrespectful and start, But and then they're giggling and she's like, "You want nail polish?" She still got to
So
gauge.
Keisha was getting her stuff done. And she
Yeah.
asked you. Okay.
Then she asked me, she's gauging, I guess, to see who, where my temperature and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't do polish. I'm a man. Right? And so she goes, she says, she takes me over to the table. She's like, "You look so strong."
Oh, wow.
This was, it was warmer, so I had a tank top on.
I forgot the story, though. I'm still enjoying it.
She said, "You look so strong." I said, "Oh." I said, "Thank you." She said, "How old are you?" I said, she said, 40. She said, "Oh." She said, "Yeah." I said, "How old are you?" "You about, what, 25? She said, "Write down your number." I swear it went just like
Really?
that. So I was like, okay. I wrote it down.
Go that hard.
She said, "You didn't put your name. name." I said, "Oh, okay. I'm James." She never called. I'm kind of pissed about
That's the
that.
thing, bro. I actually gave me her number today. She didn't ask for mine, but she gave me her number. I think I know why.
She wants you to come back. It's money.
She wants me to come back, but she could have given me the store number. Right? I was there, obviously. I know where it is. I know how to get there. I don't really need the
Clearly,
number.
you're there already, so.
They're open from sun up to sundown. So what is it? I think I know what happened.
What's that?
This is a little expose. So, I'm going through a weight loss journey, like, with the ins and outs of it.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier today, I took a picture of myself. It's not a picture that anyone was supposed to see ever. I'm sure we've all taken pictures that would be deleted or moved to an album
That's right.
that no one can get to. But I took this picture of myself and I forgot that it was in my phone. Without going into too much detail,
She saw it?
I asked her. I was wrapped up. My hands were wrapped in wax. My feet were in wax. And actually, I have a picture of myself in that situation.
Okay.
So I couldn't move, and my phone was sitting in my lap. And I asked her because it was unlocked. I was listening to something, but she had just put the things on my hand, so it was still unlocked for like a minute. I said, "Can you please take a picture?" She took the picture, and I saw her swipe, and then I saw her frantically swipe in the other direction. I was like, oh my God.
So we talking about the twig and berries, meat potatoes?
Mostly twig. This is not where I expect this conversation to go at all.
Some twig, okay.
I mean, I would be embarrassed, but I'm like, nobody told you to swipe.
Hey, exactly. You
take the picture.
You asked for it. You got it.
You touched the preview square, and the picture came up, and you saw it.
Yeah.
So why'd you swipe?
She probably saw the small picture at the bottom.
There was a row of small pictures at the bottom that probably intrigued her.
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote her name down and her number down. She says, call me if you're coming. Let me know when you're coming. Come on now. Relax. This is a
family show.
This is not a family show today. There has to be a TV 17 rating on this particular episode.
Hey.
But no, it's really interesting. I definitely didn't expect that to happen today. But it was a great experience. She definitely gave me a wonderful massage and was very relaxing.
Oh, okay.
I slept through a good portion of it. So yeah. But yeah, I want to hear more about like what you do, man. So tell me about Chain Entertainment.
Okay.
Music-wise, business, production.
Okay.
All the above.
Awesome.
I also want to hear about your newest hobby.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, as you know, I am the owner of Chain Entertainment. Chain being an acronym for Collectively Healing an Impaired Nation. So,
can you say that again?
Chain is an acronym for Collectively Healing an Impaired Nation. So, yeah. It's all about building together to become successful. The artists that I work with. So, you already know we have amazing artists on the label, doing big things. And
faves.
Yeah, the guys are
in no particular order. Can I name some?
You can name
Royale is me.
Royale is me. He's awesome.
I don't know how can they find my girl on Spotify? Jazzy B.
Jasmine Battle on everything. That's her name. So
yeah, she's
actually got some new stuff she's working on now. And
Sweet.
Of course, Royale. It's funny calling him that because it's the real name. But he's got a lot of stuff dropping constantly. So
Uncanny.
He's dropping more stuff. Da Vinci.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire artist.
I'll actually be dropping some stuff myself, but I won't be releasing that artist name or anything.
R&B stuff, rap stuff. Okay, we won't know.
Won't know.
Keeping us in the dark.
Absolutely.
All right. So where will we find it though?
You won't. It's the only way
you will drop it.
I will.
Okay.
So my thing is, I'm not one to be in the forefront. I'm behind the scenes kind of person. So my plan, I'm gonna be releasing stuff, right? I'm also gonna be doing some music videos, right?
Okay.
There'll be no performance-based videos, just straight cinematography type stuff, just like a movie. I will play a role in each one.
Yeah.
But you won't know it's me.
So it's a music video.
Right.
So the music is playing, and then but it's a cinematographic. Cinematographic.
I don't know. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. And so what I'm gonna do is,
I like that idea.
Like the song we playing, you're just like a movie scene going through, right? And then I'll be just for instance, one video, one idea. It's a guy and a woman meeting up, whatever. And so he's going to meet her, but I'll be his driver, right? Okay. So you'll see me.
Wow.
But you won't know it's me.
Wow.
The basis be those two people.
It's giving me very much so like Patti LaBelle, rainy window pane.
Yeah.
Pop collars and drama.
Yeah, so it's gonna be dope. So every single one just play a little different role, you know what I mean, in small role. So you see me, but you don't know it's me.
I love it, man. That's one thing about our family that I forget. I guess I don't really recognize that we're a musical family. Like we say that, but it never really dawns on me until someone that's not in our family says, like, you guys sing a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I guess if you come to our house, we're singing like all the time.
Yep.
It's like my brothers are all musicians. My dad's a musician. My mom sings, not professionally, but she could.
Holds it down. Holds it down.
I'm like, we definitely are a musical family. I never really think about it. We're a family of creatives.
Yeah.
And that's a huge blessing.
It's
a huge blessing.
It
and,
is. And actually, you know, it's funny that you said that because even Jasmine was talking about that. She's like, I love being around your family because in my house, nobody does anything with music.
I can't imagine, bro.
I could not either.
I've been in some people's households and it's like quiet. Everyone's here.
Yeah, no.
They're somewhere on their phones. And meanwhile, the way you guys tease me.
But yeah,
I
man.
could be in the kitchen by myself and you guys just sing out a random little ditty.
Yeah, I mean, you're
and
joining
play me
right on
the
it.
Fiddle.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny. That one time I was sitting down there and I wrote down every song. I said, I'm about to sing this song. Wrote it down. I started singing you upstairs. You just started singing along. Switch to the next one. And without fail, you just
I swear
felt.
I knew that you were doing
You felt, you didn't know anything. You fell into every single song.
I feel
You
so
didn't even
played
realize you sang.
and
I said, Phillip, you
used.
know, you just sang about 10 songs.
Yeah, and I've now finally accepted it because at the office I'll find myself singing. It's like, why am I in here humming at the office? And then my boy Damon said, Damon, did you just hum something? He was like, oh yeah, I was just humming the AB. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me? Does that mean I'm on the spectrum or something?
I don't know. I do the same thing. It's even worse now because, you know, growing up, I didn't do a whole lot of singing at all. No, my focus was, you know, athletics, you know, track and stuff like that. But as I got older, I fell more into it. And now I just, all the time.
Yeah. I mean, in addition to the fact you just growing up into your singing voice, you've always produced.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Created.
Always.
Which is wild.
I remember from that little board that mom bought dad what's that? Whatever, that keyboard she bought him.
Yeah, not a MIDI controller, but
yeah, it was like that. You remember that black keyboard?
oh yeah, the little ghetto joint. Yeah, really old.
Yeah.
Not ghetto, but it's so old.
Yeah, very old. But you could record on it. And I remember you recording stuff on there. And then I got my own keyboard. You know, when they took
Casio.
Huh?
That was a Casio.
Casio,
right?
something like that, yeah. But then I went and got that Roland when I turned 16. When I started working, I bought my Roland and I started producing from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fire, bro. I remember you way back then. People from the church, Duran, Lindsay coming through creating raggedy beats. Ryan was the worst. That beat was trash. I know we don't know these people, but we just went through a bunch of people coming through, and you had studio producer chops back then, bringing people into the stew. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy that it all started at Lighthouse Church.
Yeah,
I don't know why. 'Cause, you know, people come out of junior church and go into the big church. I don't know why they chose me to work the soundboard, but it's become my life at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It is.
I do want to ask a question. So changing gears, I want to ask a question about us. So as you know, we have our dad. He has Xavier. What's the other one?
Mark,
David. So 4 of them.
right.
He's the only one with kids. No, David has kids. Sorry.
Yeah.
The 3 guys, the other 2 don't have any kids. And I'm just looking at me, you, and my brother. No kids. We're not married.
Right.
I'm just wondering if we've talked about this, but if you would have put maybe 1 or 2 things on it, maybe 1, we may not have time for so much. We talked about something in particular, and we were talking about just to put some parameters around it, because you can go anywhere with that, the answer to this question I'm about to ask. But think about what you talked to me about gamma males. I'm not sure. I don't remember what that means exactly, but it was a very interesting conversation. Alpha versus beta versus a gamma male.
And Sigma.
Sigma. That's what it was. I was like, I couldn't remember exactly what it was. Like, remind me, what is that? And is something in that identity maybe have something to do with why you think
Well, they
we're
say
not yet married?
on the basis of sigmas, what they say is an introverted alpha. So you pretty much an alpha, but you don't pretty much you come into the room, you don't demand presence like alphas do by being loud and being the biggest voice in the room. It's more so it's just your energy.
Okay.
People are just drawn to you for whatever reason. Now, naturally, people are just drawn to us for whatever reason. But
that's very interesting to me, man. Because when you told me that, I was like, yo, that is how we are, how I am. Even Dad, I think about, who is, I mean, I don't know if he ever would, but he definitely could slap somebody into the ground.
Yes.
Like them big concrete hands.
Yes. Yeah. Like
but he takes a low road.
Mm-hmm.
He usually takes a low road.
Right.
But if you cross him,
right. Exactly. That's what the wolf shows his teeth. You know what I mean?
Very interesting. I don't know if that in particular has anything to do with our dating lives, but
well,
I'm
see,
wondering.
I think you got to recognize that most men our age nowadays are unmarried.
That's what you're telling me. 51%.
Yeah, it's a lot of us. It's not
unmarried and no kids.
And no kids.
Black.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and a good portion of us are in the middle class. We're doing well for ourselves. I personally, when I think about things and, dealing with women today, our mother is totally different.
Who may or may not be in earshot.
Yeah.
But
but no, she's told it. Like, I tell people, like, I don't recall mom ever having, like, an attitude.
Yeah.
Bro, like, walk around the house mad and don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I've never seen that before. I didn't grow up with that. We didn't grow up with
I'm
that.
glad you went there because I realized something recently too about her. Go ahead.
Yeah, we didn't grow up with that. She was even when her and dad went through issues, she didn't take it out on anybody else. You know what I mean? It was just she was a wife, took care of the house. You know what I mean? I didn't see her try to fight dad. Of course, they got into the issue sometime, but it wasn't. She wasn't. I'm throwing stuff at you. I'm not breaking stuff in you. I'm not breaking your windows and all this other stuff. So when, as I got older and I started dating and that stuff started happening, I'm like, what is this?
Right.
This is not right. So
she always showed respect from what I remember.
Right. It's
and
like,
one other, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, even to this day, she always said, no matter what, respect your father, always.
That's exactly what she always said.
Always.
So it didn't work out.
And yeah, I got to the point when I got older and I started seeing these attitudes and stuff like that. And first sign of anything, I'm out the door. I'm out. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that's.
And then as I got older, I got more patient. But then it's even worse.
Yeah.
When you just deal with it for a long period of time. So
what's sad is I set I don't know if it's at this point, it was a 2-week rule. I think I'm gonna go back to a 4-week rule where I don't cut a girl off within the first 2 weeks. Like I've worked myself up to 2 weeks. Because so the last girl I dated, I don't know if I told you this story. I did tell it at mom's house recently, where I was working. I sent her a message first thing in the morning. This is a quick 20-second story. Sent her a text message first thing in the morning, like 8 o'clock. Hey, good morning. How are you? If you want to go out this afternoon, it'll be 71 degrees. It's a beautiful day in February. Let's go out for happy hour, like around 2 o'clock. I get off of work at noon. I will take off at noon if you say cool. She didn't respond for the first hour. She could have been asleep, whatever. So when I got to work around 8:50, I hit her back and said, "Hey, hit me up on Facebook Messenger because I'll be in the office and I can't use my phone." So about 12, I'm checking Facebook Messenger, no response, nothing. And then I got called into a meeting that afternoon. I was like, "Oh man, well I'm glad she didn't respond that she wanted to go out because I can't." So I get off of work around the normal time, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and hit her up. And the traffic was so bad at that point. I was like, "Hey," she said, "Oh yeah, I replied to your text message at about 10 o'clock. I said, "Yeah, I couldn't get it. Like I said in the message, I couldn't get it." Long story short, that very afternoon when I'm telling her, "Well, I can't make it now because now the traffic is like an hour and a half.
Right.
I have to be back at my house for a Bible study. So I'm not gonna be able to get to you at 5 o'clock. From 5 to 6:30, I'm not gonna be able to get back. I had to be there by 2:30.
Right.
And her response was, "Well, I think you're too busy for me."
Okay.
And I said, "Yep,
I am. Peace.
Because if I'm like, if I were a woman in today's climate, and a guy's making money, it's not bad looking, if I must say so myself.
I agree.
He's working hard.
Right.
He's got a job that he had to stay late for.
Right.
He hits you up in the morning, but he can't make this appointment tonight because of work, because of this, because he's going to lead a Bible study.
Right.
And your response is, "I think you're too busy for me." I'm like, "You're right."
Facts. She lets you know.
You're right. And actually what made it worse was that I said, "You know what? I think it's currently 4:30. If you meet me halfway, I can get to you maybe around 5:15, right? And at that place where we meet halfway, I'll only be 30 minutes from the house. So we can still hang out like for an hour.
Yeah.
Go to happy hour for an hour, hour and a half. Sometimes when you're busy, that's the type of stuff that you got to do. I don't feel like driving, she said. I said, oh, well, you're right. I'm definitely too busy for you.
Right.
Definitely too busy.
Wish you want to come pick her up.
And I don't know if you like this, but I don't play hard to get. Like I don't play well with that. Like unless I sense that the girl is just playing hard to get, and it's not because of like, and this I wouldn't call this a character flaw. It's more so just not really. What would you call that? It's not a character flaw, but
as far as what? Her
saying I'm too busy for her or something like that.
I mean, I don't know what to call it.
It's just a fact, right?
That's the thing about it. She told you exactly who she is, and she let you know. So
that's valuable.
Cool.
And I told a couple of my boys, it's like, yeah, that's seriously valuable because, and my dad said it too. He said what she could have done is because you're a decent dude and because you got a good job, she could have played it off. Okay, cool. I'll meet you halfway. Okay, cool. And then once you got married, then she was like, yeah, I don't like that.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're too busy, and then shut down.
Right.
So actually, very quality. Right, that she was able to articulate that, and we were able to come early to an agreement. Like, yeah, it's not right, because, like Mom said earlier, no, the type of woman I imagine I would be like, oh no, it's okay, yeah, I'll meet you halfway, or I really don't want to drive during rush hour, but I know you know, I'm sorry this didn't work out today. Can we hang out tomorrow?
Right.
Can I come to your Bible study? Can I, you know what I'm saying? So anything in response except not pointing out a flaw in me as to why this didn't work out instead of collaborating. Like that's the type of woman I would definitely work to find. So, and I'm just recently learning, like, bro, I didn't know that the way that mom raised us kind of set us up for a certain type of woman. I didn't realize it. I was talking to dad again this morning, and I didn't realize mom did all the cooking. Except for when she forced us to cook when we started growing up, but he didn't cook.
No.
If there was food eaten in the house, either she cooked it or he went to Popeyes to buy it. That's the only two options. And when he cooked, he didn't want to eat it, let alone us.
No, we're not eating that.
So I'm like, I just realized because our cousin Ann was like, Phillip, you need to make a list. I just realized, like, bro, I don't know what I want. So I started making a list. I said, wait, this is a very traditional woman that I want. And I've been dating all these bosses in DC.
Exactly.
Girls that make more money than me. Girls that are like more busy than I am. Like I've been dating because somewhat attracted to that because it's what I like.
Right.
Like I like business, but it hasn't been working out because I didn't realize that's not what I want in my wife.
Exactly. Yeah,
I want that in my friends and my colleagues and my business partners, but not necessarily in my wife.
Right. And the issue is we're the modern women. Yeah. That it's not they're not really built here in America anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. I mean, it's just the way our society is run. Yeah. It's the same thing. There's not really a lot of traditional men either.
Yeah. So it's not a slight. We've all changed.
Yeah, it's been an
not
evolution.
All of us, 100%.
Right. There's been an evolution and the mentality and the way we were raised is dying out. Yeah, it is. I mean, these guys they're not protectors or providers either.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I know people that are in their 30s that still never had a bank account before as men. It's like, wow.
We know people in our family that's literally never left the DMV.
Never left the area, ever. No careers, no provisions as far as finances or anything like that. So I understand. And then on the flip side, the women have been given these nice jobs. They got these high-paying jobs in the government, wherever they are. So it's like, what do I need you for? You're not being traditional. Yeah. So, but even with that, even presenting a traditional like I have to a modern woman, it's not. Yeah. They just don't mesh. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the problem is, the traditional women are outside of the U.S. Yeah. But passport bros are predators.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Essentially, I always want to defend black women. Not always, not when they're wrong, but I do want to protect. Always 100%
protect. Absolutely.
Want to protect black women. And I will say, if we had a whiteboard that was 100 feet by 100 feet, we could not finish listing all the things that have made us what we are today, that has brought us to this place. Like, we could talk about like black men not in the home because of predatory or damaging welfare policy, saying a man can't be in the home.
Right.
We could talk about how men trying to provide for their families were cut down, ideologically or economically by racism and all types of stuff.
Right.
From the 1800s, late 1800s, all the way through the 1900s. We can talk about how women are allowed into spaces that we aren't. Right. Black women that are allowed into spaces that we aren't. And if people have any reaction to that statement, I know recruiting managers personally that say they have quotas to meet.
Absolutely.
And if a black man and a black woman comes in, the black man checks one quota, the black woman checks two.
Yeah.
So more often than not, particularly for the larger companies that hire a lot of people,
right?
And let me dial that back because I don't want to implicate anybody in that statement. But the reality is there's the reality. Even if you're talking about universities,
right? Absolutely,
we need a certain percentage of women, and we need a certain percentage of minorities, and a black woman checks both, and that's not her problem. That's not her fault. That's not bad. That's great.
Right.
But like Dad told us, if we got to work 10 times harder, we just got to work 10 times harder. But what that has led to is what we're talking about, where a lot of times men just don't show up. The men aren't showing up economically.
Right. I mean, you also have the thing where I'm on the entertainment side of things, so of course I see the independent women movement.
Yeah,
that's also been pushed on them so heavily.
And when you say independent women movement, what do you mean by the move? Like when you say movement?
Oh, it started back in the day. I mean, and it's mostly in black music, R&B and rap, whatever the case may be. We have all these women talking about being independent. I mean, all the single ladies, can you pay my bills? All this other stuff. Whereas it's like